Say this with me. Green before screen. There's no doubt excess screen time is toxic for all of us, but especially for developing children. Immobile children are more likely to be obese, suffer a variety of related health issues, show deficits in attention and motor control, and generally show lower scores on tests of perception and cognitive skills. Kids who are immobile because of gaming are at even greater risk for all of the above, but also all the consequences of serious addiction. Visually, there is a greater risk of progressive myopia or nearsightedness when children are overstressed in darkened spaces. There are varied references to this, but you can check this paper out for starters. Over 30 years ago, when I was teaching high school sciences, I was proud to be one of the first to integrate computer technology into the classroom. So, for chemistry and physics, this was primarily for making measurements over time, collecting that data, and then reporting it in a useful fashion. Computers allowed the students to simplify otherwise tedious data collection and tabulation and focus more on the reasons for the data and the methods of collection. Computers were a useful tool in the science classroom and likewise in assisting in document production, so word processing for many reasons. As a person with dysgraphia, I appreciated the leverage keyboarding provided. At one point, I even taught intro keyboarding, and I joined right in the group to develop my own skills. Over time, screens became ubiquitous with myriad educational software titles, and I say that with air quotes, and these appeared on the market, many of these attempting to replace sound teaching principles with convenient and palatable instructional morsels to tantalize children's eyes. Then, not too much later, we saw the explosion of smartphones, wireless connectivity, social media. It became generally accepted that at least some instruction could, would, and maybe should occur online. School divisions invested billions in tech and tech infrastructure to support this move, tech that requires constant greening. And no one ever considered the overall cost to children or to the environment. Teachers are trained in psychoeducational foundations, curriculum design and instruction, and so they should teach. Tech is no substitute for sound instruction for myriad reasons that I can't address here in any detail. I've seen tech take over the classroom, replacing key areas and means of instruction, reducing attention spans, enhancing e-addiction, and usurping critical psychomotor and skill development, all while reducing opportunity for structured social interaction. Here's an overview of some of the concerns. The greatest risks of tech, gaming, automated instruction, are real, defining, and ever-present. 1. Addiction, with all the attendant life disruption that comes with addiction. 2. Attention deficits and the inability to attend to complex thought or develop complex thought in language. 3. Incomplete and improper physical development from repetitive and simple motor movements of the hands and not involving the whole body and vestibular system. 4. Risk of increased myopia progression through stressful screen time in subdued lighting. 5. Marginalization of children who cannot thrive independently in a vision-centric E-environment due to visual restrictions and other reasons. Every day in clinic, I see a sliding slope of disturbing child development. Too much time hunched over a screen, too little activity, too rarefied of a mental, perceptual, and psychomotor diet. Do apps improve intelligence? The answer is a definite no. Apps, gaming, computer-based learning models all contribute to the expectation that life should be lived online, and the opposite is true. Okay, so after all that, let me leave you with this simple but important message. Learn this, share it, and repeat it often. As I said earlier, go green before screen. Put the devices down, seek alternate activities, and there are many. Look at screen time as you do junk food. A little is okay, too much can and will affect health and behavior. Screen time will not contribute to life skills or independence. Get outside in the bright light of the sky. Absorb the blue light. Contrary to popular belief, blue light is helpful and an important part of healthy visual development. Get kids moving, rotating, rolling, climbing, swimming, swinging. See the core 4 posts for more on basic things you can do to encourage strong minds and bodies. Avoid pushing formal instruction in young learners. Choose instead to take them outside to learn about the natural world and how their bodies work. There's plenty of evidence to show that busy kids with outdoor exposure are happier, easier to manage in the classroom, healthier, and perform better on testing. And finally, For the necessary screen time, be sure your children have a comprehensive eye exam each couple of years or more often as indicated. There is no doubt at this point that kids are in trouble with a trend towards incomplete cognitive and psychomotor development. Screens are an impediment to this, and the more time at devices, the poorer the outcomes. It's up to all of us to encourage families to go green before screen to turn this trend around.